Open up. At the Sunport, there's still a lot that are closed. What's happening? Here's a look. At the Sunport, there is definitely more traffic. Many of your favorite restaurants and shops, though, the lights are off, the doors closed.
It's sad because sometimes you'll expect to go in and have a meal and the restaurants will be closed, and not to mention the people that are out of a job.
Bill and Kim from Albuquerque say they're seeing sites like this at airports throughout the country, with many shops and restaurants closed or with limited hours.
They have a few kiosks open, not necessarily kiosks, but they have a few of the restaurants or the coffee shops open, but not all of them are open.
Bill says if you're looking for souvenirs or keepsakes from different states, they can be hard to come by at airports.
The novelty stores were closed, so if you wanted to go in there, and it was like every third one was closed.
A Sunport spokeswoman says as more and more people take to the skies, it's likely you'll see more businesses opening here and other airports as well. Also, when you do fly, when you're at the Sunport, you are still required to wear a mask. In Albuquerque, I'm Nancy Laughlin, KOAT Action 7 News.
Nancy, thank you. Coming up at 6, some major delays with one of the nation's biggest airlines, including delays here in Albuquerque.
New on 7, our state is no longer the worst ranked for child well-being. In the 2021 Kids Count data book, New Mexico ranked 49th, the state claiming there were some improvements before the start of the pandemic, including poverty, graduating on time, and health insurance. The biggest improvement, they say, though, teen birth rates. Albuquerque Public Schools with some real concerns about their budgets.
In a special board meeting of education meeting this morning, leaders began counting how much money will need to be moved around. The board approved permanent cash transfers to save, accounting for new grants, including $2 million for school bus funds, as well as impact aid and homeless funds, but it was less than expected.
For us, we were slightly over projected, and we are seeing a decrease to the actual amount that should have been awarded to the district.
APS is facing a $45 million deficit stemming from a drop in enrollment during the pandemic.
New on 7, Central New Mexico Community College is expanding on-campus capacity from 25% to 50% today. They say it comes from improving pandemic conditions and more vaccinations for students and staff. And with that change, CNM is recruiting new students as it plans to reopen. The school is hosting a virtual open house Wednesday from 5:30 to 7:30. You can learn about scholarships and how to apply. You can register on CNM's website, then look for open house. Despite a pandemic-inspired budget deficit, more money is coming out of the University of New Mexico's wallet.
But officials say that it's for good reason. Health Sciences is requesting a 10% increase in funds to add a substance abuse and brain injury department to Pete and Nancy Dominici Hall. The price tag is over $12 million now, and a key reason, that rise in construction prices.
We based everything when we went for the 10 million on, of course, their estimates, but we were not at we cannot obligate the university for that huge construction project until we get all the way through the approvals.
Construction is expected to take 11 months, with the opening planned for May of 2022. The University of New Mexico soon welcoming feedback from its staff. Senior leadership hosting a town hall June 24th as they plan for a full return to operations and learning August 2nd. If everyone believes the university is ready for post-pandemic, they will restart the 2040 planning work. New Mexico State University is making sure its students and alumni are employed. The school is hosting an online Designing Your Life workshop to teach self-assurance tools when applying for jobs post-pandemic. It begins this Wednesday. Just sign up on the school's website.
Albuquerque's Camp Fearless is underway. The fire and police departments kicked it off with these campers teaching first aid, injury prevention, and emergency response. They even got to practice rescues. The one-day camps continue each Friday in July, and you can register on the city's websites.
New on 7, our state's alumni team has been accepted into the basketball tournament 64 field. The team field, the Enchantment, the New Mexico alumni team will compete in the Wichita Regional July 16th through the 20th. The team is coached by Lobo star Kenny Thomas. The winner advances and could get $1 million.
New on 7, the All-Star Game is returning to Santa Fe. The Independent Baseball League made the announcement saying it will feature teams only from the Mountain Division, not all of the Pecos League. That means the Santa Fe Fuego will have the home advantage at Fort Marcy Park. First pitch is 2 p.m. on July 11th.
Also coming back, the world famous Harlem Globetrotters. They just announced their reimagined spread tour hitting 150 cities starting at the end of July. Now, this is video from when they were last here. They'll be headed to play in Rio Rancho at the Event Center on September 4th.
The Ice Dubs continue their 12-game road trip tonight as Albuquerque looks to get a win in Reno. The Taupes have lost 4 straight to the Aces. First pitch tonight in Nevada is 7:35.
And some areas, well, they've just been experiencing some brutal heat. I feel like we're one of those areas.
Yeah, well, we definitely were over the weekend.
Yeah.
It was very, very toasty. And eastern parts of the state, you know, much of last week they had not as bad as the Four Corners region. Now they're getting a treat where temperatures are 20 to 25 degrees cooler than this time yesterday as a front blew on through. Who is not getting any relief is over in the Farmington area. They're near 100 degrees right now. And check this out as far as 100-degree temperatures in Farmington. Yesterday completed 8 straight days of 100 degrees or higher. That's their second longest stretch of 100-degree or higher temperatures. Now, the longest is going back to 11 days, so I hope they don't break that. But yeah, they're close to 100 again today. We're at 93 degrees. Look at the canyon winds gust up to around 24 miles an hour. Realize that after midnight, those canyon winds could briefly gust over 40 miles an hour, but then we're kind of done with it. As we look at conditions drying out across the area, on the month, 0.13 of an inch of rain. That's below normal. On the year, 1.67. That's below normal. And since the water year started last October, 2.25, and we're about that below normal, and that's coming off of last year's very miserable monsoon season. We do have temperatures coming down, rain chances going up. We'll show you when and where in my KWT7 weather forecast.
Joe, thank you. It's the final countdown for the Tokyo Olympics, but changes are still underway. The new decision made on spectators. Plus, New Mexico is going greener. The new project's underway to pave way for solar energy and plants.
You're watching KOAT Action 7 News.
Here on 7, New Mexico utility regulators now have a year to create rules for the growing number of community solar programs. It comes as the commission says they have hundreds of applications and requests on projects from developers, and they're going to need some more time. That way, there is no preference given to one developer over the other when it comes to capping size and energy. Also new today, the Department of Agriculture is working with city leaders on pollinator-friendly projects. They will focus on Parks and Rec as well as Tingley Beach and Quigley Park. The city will identify pollinator-friendly areas and will plant gardens as well as exhibits to increase awareness. Tomorrow, expect delays in parts of Albuquerque. Lanes on Alameda west of the Rio Grande Boulevard will be closed starting at 9 a.m. so officials can prune cottonwood trees along the median. This will also help clear the way for streetlights. No trees, however, will be removed.
Our paramount priority right now is to prevent Iran from getting a nuclear weapon.
Well, Iran does have a new president, and he is making his priorities clear, why they could pose a problem for the U.S. And new sanctions to be issued against Russia, why the U.S. says they're taking action now. And the royal rift between Prince Harry and William. A new book takes a look at the fallout.
You're watching KOAT Action 7 News.
Happening now, the U.S. is preparing for another round of sanctions against Russia. They will come as soon as they determine the right targets. They say this is in response to the poisoning and imprisonment of opposition leader Alexei Navalny. Now, the U.S. is, along with European countries, already issuing